What's up, y'all? What is up? How is everyone doing? I hope you guys had a good day. And I hope you guys have started your week off on the right note. I am a bit tired, but I'm grateful, and I'm here with you guys tonight. And we are going to take a deep dive into doing some listings on eBay. I'm going to spread some knowledge and talk to you guys about a few things. Number one, guys, we are still doing eBay automation. We are seeing some success, and I'm going to show you guys an account that we have been working on live. If you watch my last live, my last reselling live, I actually was talking about eBay, and I was listing on eBay, and I'm proud to say this eBay we got 7 sales now, okay? And this is with an account that has no promotions, okay? I don't have any promotions active on this person's account. I wanted to show you guys how to do this organically without any promotions. Now, I do talk to you guys about how to use general promotions, but I speak of that in a bunch of different videos. You can find that on my channel. Now, I want to go and take a deep dive first into a few things, okay? Number one, I have had a few calls today with a few of you guys, and I'm just so grateful again. And I thank all of you guys that do join the community, book the calls, and you guys are consistently, actively trying to become better, and you're working towards it. You're seeking information. I'm proud of you, okay? If you have not heard of that or heard anyone say that today or yesterday or maybe all year, proud of you, man. Keep going, keep grinding. Now, I put out a video that I feel like didn't get the recognition I wanted it to, because it kind of hit on a bunch of pain points that a lot of us have. And it's the whole not going back to having a 9-to-5 thing, okay? If you're watching this and you are hearing the sound of my voice and you have a 9-to-5 job, I want you to listen to me real quick, all right? Before we go ahead and hop into the full video of the eBay listing, right, and going to the deep dive what sold and what didn't and what we have to revise now as far as listings, I want to talk to you about 9-to-5s, okay, a job, right? Very, very clear, very, very purposeful. I want you guys to understand that I don't judge anybody for having a job, all right? I don't judge anybody. If you guys watch this, I worked here for free. This is me a while ago, and I worked here for free. Okay, so let's make this very clear. I want everybody to know I'm not judging you for having a job, but I am judging you for settling for just having a job and not working on yourself, not wanting more. Okay, and now this message is not for everybody. It's not for the people that are comfortable. I like to tell a story. I have a little brother, and he is in the military, and he's happily in the military taking orders and fighting for his country that does not fight for him. He is very content on feeling like he has purpose, right? And I want to start with the purpose topic because a lot of us, we have jobs just so we feel useful. And because a lot of us, we only feel valuable if we have something to our names that depends on us. And it usually doesn't have to be or is not enough to be our family. Some of us, we want people to depend on us on our job. We want that person that's looking to buy those products to have to come to our register and ring out. Having a job makes us feel purposeful because it gives us some sense of responsibility. Now, that's okay and that's good, but are you actually taking any responsibility in your life, or are you just sitting there wasting your time away? Are you just sitting on the phone, procrastinating, not really trying to look on how to better yourself, and clocking in and clocking out, being comfortable with the paycheck, and just going around and around in the same rat race or cycle? See, if you are, it's not your fault, and it's okay. But you have to be able to wake up and understand when you have been taught wrong. See, sometimes I have to wake up and understand when I've been taught wrong, and the habits that I have to break. A long time ago, I had to go to therapy, and I went to therapy for something or some things to fix within myself. And one of the first things my therapist said to me is, you have to learn how to let go. You have to learn how to let go of people that hurt you, things that are holding you back. You have to let go, because if you don't, you're going to embody those things on your everyday basis, with your journeys. And A lot of us were working 9 to 5s again because we don't feel important when we leave that job. When we walk out and clock out, we're just a regular schmegular person, right? And I want you to understand your job does not care about you. Your boss does not care about you. Your job, the company you work for does not care about you. You are just another headcount. And at the end of the day, whether you feel like they care about you or whether you feel purpose, understand that purpose can be taken away from you at any point. That is why I do videos like this where I teach you how to list on eBay. I teach you simple things that you can do while having that job, just in case that job does decide to dispose of you, you are okay. I talked to a guy today that got laid off right after he actually joined my community. And it's really interesting because he joined my community. We was getting ready to work and do our thing. And he ended up calling me today and he was like, yeah, man, I got laid off. I went to college. I got a degree. And that job that I got that degree for in college laid me the freak off. And, you know, that conversation is had weekly, monthly, on a daily basis with a bunch of people being laid off because whether they did something wrong, budget cuts, or whatever, you don't have the control. So just because you're sitting there comfortably, whether you're watching this video or whether you're on work right now or whether you're doing something for money right now, understand that if you don't have your own shit, you are not in control. Now, why is being in control important? Being in control is important because you learn that you dictate the outcomes and also deal with the responsibilities in all assets or aspects, I heard a story today. Kanye West, the crazy Kanye West, right? He is going crazy. But one thing I like to do is I like to study people that are successful because I tend to believe that the successful people that have got to positions that they're in now have done things to get to those positions, and we can all study, learn, and grow in their image. If we can't use them as mentors physically and talk to them on an everyday basis, we can literally just watch their moves, right? So Kanye West, he gets offered a tour deal for $30 million. $30 million. Now, he is a very wealthy man, right? But $30 million is $30 million. So this is a short tour in the U.S. for $30 million. It's brought to Kanye West. Kanye West looks at the deal and he says, okay, could you actually go and take this back to them and ask them how much would it cost to buy the whole company? How much would it cost for me to get a stake in the stock? And then come back to me and I might do the deal. That's what he said. Why do I admire that? Why do I feel the need to bring that up right now? Because I actually heard that today. And it actually sparked a very good topic in my head of how important it is to be okay with telling people no when they want to give you something that is valuable to cover up how valuable you are. See, when people want to pay you to be less than what you are you going to take the payment because it's immediate, or are you going to grind and work to really show your value and benefit from your value? The reason he didn't take that deal is because that $30 million meant that they were probably getting $100 million off of him. And also what he said was, when the guy said, well, listen, Ye, I don't want to take this back to him. It's $30 million. He said, yeah, no, I understand, but I don't want to work for anybody. I'd rather work for myself. So I'd rather hire myself to go on tour rather than working for someone else. Or I'd rather have a partnership stake in the company rather than working for someone else. Because when you work for somebody else, they dictate your moves, and also they tell you when to jump and how high. So that's why it's important for you to understand that while, yes, having a job is very, very beneficial, especially when you're looking to grow, you need a job to be able to build capital. If you don't have, and this is what I've learned throughout the days too, is not everybody has the motivation to get up every day and make money when they don't want to. Not everybody has the motivation to actually push themselves when they don't want to. A lot of people want to make money when it's convenient or when they need it, or when it's like, oh man, if I don't get this extra $200, then I'm going to be homeless. Like, people wait until the last minute in general because they wait until they're cornered in and feel that pressure to get money because they can't self-motivate themselves to actually get up and do it before they get to that point. And that's an employee mindset, because just like as an employee, when you're getting paid, you feel really, really good. You feel real good when you're getting paid. Payday feels great, right? When you know you got that check coming tomorrow, you sleep a little bit better. You're having a good night's sleep. You're walking into work proud and happy, like, hey, boss, what do you need me to do? Because you know you're getting paid. But see, that's where you have to break those cycles of understanding you're getting paid and instead change it to saying, well, listen, I'm getting an investment to put into myself to be able to build my business. After I pay my bills, the rest of that money ain't going to go to drinks and Henny bottles, or ain't going to go to any tree, or it ain't going to go to any vacation, or I'm not spending it on that girl, or I'm not going out with my friends. Instead, what I'm going to do is invest in my business, because I know it's going to come back, because I know when I put that money into that business, it's going to stress me the hell out. I know when I go ahead and I go buy these clones, right? When I buy a bunch of these clones, I know I'm going to be stressed out because I need to sell them. I need to recuperate my funds and make profit. So I know it's going to make me uncomfortable. See, here's the thing, and here's the main point. The main point is you are too comfortable. A lot of you guys listening to this right now are too comfortable, and this is going to make you uncomfortable. And that's why a lot of you won't resonate with this message. The message is that you are being lazy and you're cheating yourself because you feel comfortable and think that what you're doing is actually good enough. Watching YouTube videos and watching somebody else's live isn't going to change your life. Watching my YouTube, liking my video, and saying, hey, Brandon, great job, is not going to change your life. It ain't going to help you. It's not going to put more money in your pocket. See, you have to actually do some action at some point. What better point is it than now? Why wait? Why hold on? Why keep procrastinating? Why say I'm going to do it tomorrow when you can do it today? The difference between a lot of people is you have two different type of people in this world. And one of them is very rare. You have people that will always put things off until the next day until they need to do it. Then you have people that don't settle and want to be abnormal. They don't want to be normal. They want to be better. They want to push themselves and grow, even if it makes them look broke, feel broke, seem broke, think broke. But they know for a fact what that outcome is, because they know where they're going. They understand what type of lifestyle they want, and it isn't a lifestyle where things are being handed to them. So I ask you guys all to understand this, right? If you're working a 9-to-5, it ain't nothing wrong with it. There's definitely something wrong with you staying uncomfortable, though. Understand that you're going to need another plan, okay? You're going to need another income. You're going to need some type of plan to be able to build your own business, your own life. Don't settle for shit, because I'm going to tell you something. When you settle, people will take advantage of you. And I'll be damned if I let somebody take advantage of me. I will be damned. You understand me? I've had too many people try to take advantage of me. I've had too many people sit there and try to be partners with me and not offer me shit. I've had too many people trying to act like they own my business because I said you my friend. And since you my friend, I'm going to let you become a partner, and I'm going to let you look cool. You go to your family saying I own this and I own that. And you ain't never put no blood, sweat, or tears into this shit. You ain't never grind for this. You ain't sit there and cry for this. You ain't sit there and been willing to die for this. You ain't sit there and risk your image. It ain't cool to be somebody out there with a business. It ain't cool. See, it's always cool. And let's make this very, really, really clear. It's cool to say I'm an entrepreneur, but it's not cool to be one. It's not cool. You don't look cool when you don't got the new Balenci's, or when you don't got the designer on every day, or when you don't got the new shoes, because you know for a fact you got to buy a whole crate of products and you got to fulfill orders. You don't look cool being an entrepreneur. And see, that's the difference. All the successful, entrepreneurs that I know, they don't look cool. Most of them, they honestly just keep their head down and work. I got this guy named B, right? His name is Brandon, just like mine. And he cuts lawns for a living. I remember when I met him. I met him, right? And I'm thinking, oh, this is just another boy that cut lawns, right? He ain't doing nothing crazy. He just cut lawns, right? That's what I'm thinking. So he invited me over to this party one day. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pull up on my guy. I pull up on him. The event that he invited me to was the airport. I'm like, why the hell we at this airport? So we at this airport. The boy B, Brandon, is in a plane asking me to get in. I said, absolutely not. But the point of the matter is this guy owns a plane. And he cuts grass in Philadelphia for a living. He is dirty 80% of the time. He's online posting these corny ass videos. But the point of the matter is he gets contracts from the city. He gets a bunch of money and he is enjoying his life, but he is putting a lot of sacrifice into it and he is living uncomfortable. He just DM'd me today. He was like, yo, bro, I don't know what I put up to make him DM me this, but he said, yo, bro, yeah, man, I'm spending a lot of money, but at least I spend this money so I don't have to pay all of these taxes, da-da-da. And it's just amazing how ignorant people are, how dumb people are. People will allow being comfortable to finesse them out of their spot. And it's frustrating when you see it from the outside and you're trying to shake people and get them to realize. But people are infatuated with instant gratification. You're infatuated with staring at your phone. You're infatuated with watching TV. You're infatuated with sitting there thinking that you going out chilling with that girl is going to bring you something. You infatuated with drinking. You infatuated with all these other things that ain't serving you. And I'll be honest, I've indulged in all of that, and I would tell you this. It's hard to break out of it, but you just got to get tired of being less than. You got to surround yourself around people. See, the people that aren't going to understand this are people that don't got friends. People that don't got friends that are successful. And I had to watch something that told me this too, because I was wondering, right? It was a point in my life I was wondering why I am so stuck. And I started reading books at this time, and it had some literature that basically was saying you are who you hang around. So if you got a girlfriend and she hanging around all single people that drink, smoke, and do whatever, guess what's going to happen? She going to do that too. If you got a brother that hang around people that's just in the streets all day, guess what's going to happen? He going to do that too. And a lot of people will say, no, I wouldn't do it. It's just my friend group, right? But it's all about the mentality, and people put mentalities and transfer energy based upon their conversation, situations, and the invites that they get. A lot of y'all know to get invited to parties every single freaking day. I know a bunch of DJs in multiple states, and they invited me to pool parties. They invited me all these different places. And I look at it, and I think to myself, why do these people feel comfortable inviting me to these distractions? I'm not working hard enough. I had a guy invite me to go to this basketball tournament. I'm not working hard enough. Because I don't ever want nobody to invite me to no shit that they know for a fact ain't going to serve me. See, when your friends are scared to invite you places because they know that you ain't up for the bullshit, that's when you know that you have made a statement, and that's when you know that the energy that you have radiates off to other people. But a lot of our energies don't radiate off to other people. We're not influencing people to be better. I don't hang around nobody that ain't going to be about their money. I'm not hanging around nobody that isn't going to be productive. I'm not hanging around nobody that isn't about trying to become better, because I'm so focused on trying to become better, I don't have any time for anybody that settles for less. And that's okay. That's okay. But it all starts with you understanding who the hell you surrounding yourself around and who you're allowing to have your energy, or who you're allowing to even come in your space to have conversations, okay? It's very important. It's very important. A lot of y'all think that the video is about listing and shipping and providing products, but y'all don't realize that no matter how many products you get, how many phones you flip, if you got a wrong mindset, no matter how much money you'll make, you'll spend it immediately. I've been there. Trust me. I've been there. I've spent money on designer and all of this dumb stuff. I've been there. And then I had to realize I'm doing this because I want to impress somebody, or I want this person, or I want the people around me to respect me, so I got to make sure that I'm dressed a certain way. Until you realize that the people that respect you for the way that you dress aren't the people that are in the rooms with the millionaires. Now, I'm not saying you don't got to keep yourself up, but I'm saying if you can't afford to, that's not your focus, or it shouldn't be your focus, right? If you can't afford that Gucci sweater or them Gucci slides, why you wearing them? See, a lot of people that wear these things when they broke it in a joke because they want other people to have a perception of them being successful or wealthy or making a bunch of money. But, bro, you ain't even about that. You ain't grinding. You ain't busting your ass. You ain't making a difference, and you damn sure ain't valuable. A lot of y'all that got 9-to-5s have no value. You're only as valuable as your job deems you to be. How much do you want to get paid an hour? Well, I'll take 20. You're only as valuable as your paycheck tells you, and that's the issue. Wake up. Stop being comfortable. Get uncomfortable. Spend your money on some products, whether it's on AliExpress, my website, wesply.com, DHgate. Whether you go to flea markets, whether you go to pawn shops, whether you do whatever you need to do, go get some assets and stop wasting your time thinking that you're being productive under somebody else that tells you when to clock in, when to clock out, but you can't even get your ass up and hold yourself accountable to go ahead and work on your own damn time for your own damn business, for your own damn future, and the people that come after you. How you gonna sit there and clock in every motherfucking day and you can't clock in for yourself? How you gonna respect the schedule from your job, but you can't set a schedule for yourself? How the hell that work? How does that make sense? Oh, but I'm gonna get the promotion. How can you get that promotion but not promote your damn self with your own damn business? How can you just not? How can you do all of this shit and expect your boss or want your boss to promote you and want your company to recognize you, but you can't even recognize yourself? You don't even believe in your damn self, but you want others to believe in you. You want other people to believe in you. It's mad people hurting nowadays, and the reason they're hurting, and listen, I'm the first person to say I've been put in all of these situations I'm talking about. All of them. I've been busted and disgusted. I've set myself back. I've been impatient. I've done dumb things. I've made bad decisions, all of that. I hold myself accountable, so don't think that I'm saying this out of judgment. I'm saying this out of experience. Fuck the eBay. Fuck the phone flipping. Forget all of that. But I'm trying to tell y'all is no matter what you try to do income-wise, you ain't never, ever, ever going to make the money you want unless you change your mindset. I was just with one of my friends. He makes 6 figures a year. He's really cool. But he told me, he said, yo, bro, you like my Rollie? I said, yeah, I like that joint. I was like, yeah, I need to go get me one. He's like, yeah, you got to start wearing the watches. I said, yeah. He said, you know where I got this from? I said, nah, where you get it from? He's like, I got it from DHgate. I said, what? He said, yeah, bro, it look real. But he don't need to get it from DHgate. He can go over to the mall and then go ahead and get him a nice little watch. You can go ahead and get him a watch. But the reason he don't go get that Rollie is not because he can't afford it. It's because he can't afford to spend that Rolex money on that watch when he needs to spend it on the material for his jobs. Because he ain't there yet. It ain't nothing wrong with not being there yet. It ain't nothing wrong with saying, yo, I can't afford to be with that girl. I can't afford to go on that date. I can't afford to go on that vacation. I can't afford to go out with my boys. I can't afford to go to that concert. I can't afford to do that. I can't afford to be distracted. I can't afford to do those dumb things. I can't afford it. And I had to learn how to teach myself that. How to say to myself, yo, I can't afford that. Because I used to just book trips and go and do a lot of impulsive things, and it used to feel good. Like I used to make bread. I'm cool, right? But just because I had the money didn't mean I could actually spend it. And that's the difference. It's understanding how to tell yourself, I cannot afford this. I can afford to just clock in tomorrow and then clock out and then go sit there and chill. A lot of y'all sitting there on FaceTime with some girl that you just trying to hit, but you ain't really realizing that girl that you're trying to hit, there's other levels, there's other situations you can be in, but you need to learn what you can and cannot afford to do. To all of my, because a lot of young people come to me and they like, yo, I want to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, bro, lock in. I wish I locked in when I was younger. Even though I did lock in when I was pretty young, and I've always had this mindset, but I wish that I would have locked in and understood one phrase: I cannot afford. I wish I kept saying that to myself with a bunch of different decisions that I've made. But I didn't. Instead, I was like, yeah, I can afford that. I can afford that car. I can afford this. I can afford to go here. And all they are is memories. They ain't nothing. They ain't nothing but memories. All right, so tighten up, man. Understand, guys, that being uncomfortable, that's what's going to push you. You ain't going to like being uncomfortable. You ain't going to like it. You ain't going to like going to work. How the hell you still go to work when you don't want to, but you can't go to work for yourself when you don't want to? How the hell you going to get your ass up, go into work, and still work for that man, but not get your ass up and go on work for yourself? You think I want to be on live right now? I don't. The 76ers just got the third pick in the draft, and I thought they was going to get number 1. That killed my mood. I really want to be asleep right now. I'm tired of looking at these damn screens. But I said to myself, I'm going to go live, so you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to honor what I'm going to say. I'm going to honor what I said I was going to do. I'm going to say this. The only people I want around me is people that are going to honor they're going to honor what they tell themselves, but they're going to also honor what they tell me. And the reason why I had to rephrase that is because not everybody going to tell you what they're going to do, but you can hear how they speak to themselves and then watch if they actually are doing it. I got a friend. He was like, yo, bro, I'm going to go and buy properties. So now I look at him funny if he ain't moving like he's trying to buy properties. If I see him going on vacations and doing this dumb stuff and not being able to do what he said he was going to do, you ain't holding yourself accountable. I don't want to be around you, bro. I already got my own shit I got to fix. And that's a fact. Surround yourself around people that are going to hold themselves accountable, because then you'll start holding yourself accountable as well. I'm telling y'all. But anyway, so, all right, look. So what we did, right, this account right here is an eBay automation account. So HustlerTaughtMe.com. Hopefully I didn't spell that too fast. Yes, I did. HustlerTaughtMe.com, right? Start selling automation service. It's the eBay automation service where we list, ship, and provide products for you. This is great for people that have 9-to-5s, that are working and need somebody to help them. We actually source the products from our warehouse. We actually have a virtual assistant, but a physical assistant. They're physical, but for you, they'll be virtual, obviously. And what they do is they tap in with you on a daily basis. You have 24/7 access to them, but they list products for you. They provide the products for you. You don't pay for the products. They provide the products for you. They do everything for you with your eBay. And you have classes with me where I'm teaching you how to do everything that they're doing so you can replace them and you don't have to depend on eBay automation. And what people do is they usually do the $300 every single week, right? And you can cancel whenever you want. But you do $300 a week. You have somebody working on your eBay, building your business while you're learning how to do it yourself from me, and you're getting instant access to the community. And boom, you're setting yourself up for success. This is an easy way to build, grow, and flourish, but I'm not going to go too in depth in it because that's not what this video is about. But that's what this account is. This is one of those accounts, and I did start listing the other day, and we have a few things that sold. Now, the things that sold were a few impulse buy items, and this is exactly what we want when you first start. Now, one of the biggest things that I see a lot of people mess up with when it comes to eBay is they try to sell high-ticket items fast, right? So the first thing that they'll list is AirPods or Prada glasses or Hellstar shirts and hoodies and all of these things, and they're trying to just get a lot of bang for their buck without having any positive feedback. This account has 0 positive feedback, which if I sell AirPod clones or AirPod Max clones, I'm not really going to get as much traction, especially since this is an account where we're not using promotions. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. Okay. So what we did was we said, all right, what is the lowest products that we can actually put on here that are going to sell, but also are not going to require high customer expectation? Why? Because when you don't have high expectations as a customer, you are going to be more willing to leave positive feedback faster. And let me explain what I mean. So we like selling chargers and MagSafe battery packs because this typically is something that we actually ship out to customers. Once they get it delivered, we ask them for feedback. They'll pop it on their phone. They'll see that it works. They'll give us feedback immediately. And then we start actually building up our eBay store as far as feedback-wise. And then once we get to 10, 20, 30, 40 feedback, we start seeing our listings selling faster. We start seeing people, which, obviously brand recognition is getting better, buying from us, and we can raise prices higher because now people are not buying from a new seller in their eyes. They're literally buying from a seasoned seller that is literally sticking to his word and doing good business. That's important. Okay. So I try to make sure that I tell you guys that, because while everybody's out here trying to just sell any and everything, they're not focused on making sure that they're maximizing their eBay. They're too focused on trying to sell high ticket items, not realizing that the $100 products, the $150, $132, all of those products will sell as long as you have an established account. And if you really want to know one of the reasons you want to sell low ticket items first, it's because, look at this guy. Look at all that feedback. All that feedback did not come from high ticket products. It mainly came from small ticket products, because small ticket products are products that are going to generate you good feedback, 99.3 positive feedback, right? Which is going to help you as far as getting your listings prioritized, especially when eBay is looking to ban you or give you some type of strikes or restrictions. You always have a good position, okay? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and we're going to look at, okay, yeah, that's good. We're going to look at some listings. I'm going to show you guys what the next phase is, okay? So we listed a few low ticket items. Now, what's the next thing that we want to do as far as listing wise? So I'm going to break that down for you guys right now, okay? So listing wise, what I like to say is you want to sell, at this point, we did the 6, we did the 550, we did the 850. Now we want to go up in price. We want to sell bundles, right? So what you'll see is that you'll have situations where, prime example, this person is smart. They put their brand on the picture. So we wouldn't list this picture. Now we could easily get rid of that brand by using Canva. But let's see what else we can find. Let's see that we can easily find the same type of chargers. But I'm just looking to see what these chargers are selling for. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So this person, the person we're just looking at, he's selling his for the highest at $16.89. The reason he can sell his at $16.89 is not because his charges are any different than these charges, right? The difference is if I look at this post, let's look at it, and I look at this one, guarantee you he has more positive feedback. Yeah. This person's feedback is 223. This person has astronomically insane amounts of reviews. Okay? Why is that important? It's important because when you got a lot of reviews, and this is sold out, so we definitely need to list this. Hold up now. When you got a lot of reviews, you can sell faster. So we're just going to actually literally take these pics and we're going to sell them. We're going to sell this real quick. So what I tell you is to look up products that you have and look at which ones are selling and sell them. All right. Now, bundles are always good, especially when we're moving into the second phase. Because remember, the first phase is let's list some low ticket items that are going to actually sell so that we can capitalize off of feedback. Now we want to start actually getting some profit. These usually cost you anywhere between $4 each. So you're looking at $8, $7 maybe. Sell them for $12.59 for right now. Then we want to go all the way up to that $15.20 mark, and then eventually get to the $16.89. And then as they keep selling, we want to go up and up and up, right? So that's the goal. All right, so we're gonna hit that sell now button, and we're gonna actually list these real quick. We're gonna list these because we want to start listing products that are a little bit higher. Remember, when you see this brand, you can put your own brand. I would say put your brand just for brand recognition. Okay, so if you don't have a brand or you're not like making a brand up, then that's a problem, because you should already have an LLC if you're selling on eBay regardless. That's another thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you go check out the business eBay video that I have where I teach you how to create the business eBay. It's very important. Business eBay is very important. Having a bank account. See, I don't like that one. Having a bank account is very important as well, and a business bank account, because, you know, if I'm being honest with you guys, one of the biggest things I wish that I knew was that when I had my EIN, I should have started a business bank account immediately, because it helps you. Oh yeah, he's drawing. Like, we don't have to do all of this. Like, I should have created a business bank account because that helps you build a relationship with the bank. We're not gonna do that compatible. That list is out of. That list is just, it's out of this world. Like, why the hell would I even? I'm tripping like a transmission. All right. So then we got that. We're gonna do 1486 for right now. Now, in my previous video, I did show you guys how to find profit margin, so I'm not gonna do that today. Today we're gonna stick with just listing, right? Let's list like 5 things. You don't gotta list a bunch of stuff, because see, the main point now is the buyer paying for this or the seller. Let's see. May not ship to Canada. It looks like, because usually it would say free shipping, but am I tripping? I don't think this is free shipping. All right, but we are gonna do free shipping. We're gonna do free shipping for right now. I always tend to do free shipping when I first start listing, and I want to list in 5 of them, and I want them to sell, because I want to at least get the ball rolling with the product before I have them start paying for shipping. Because the main point is, guys, you got to realize, if you don't have that resellers kit that I sell on wesply.com, right, then you're missing out. But the reason I'm saying this, you need something like this. Now, you don't have to get it from me. Granted, you can get it from anywhere you want, but I'm just saying, we have a wholesale product kit where you can get wholesale products, basically. So you get 30 or 50, okay? So you can get 30 for $250, and then 50 for $320, right? Now, 50 products or 30 products, these are all trending products. The reason I'm saying this is because when you're listing on eBay, you want to always have a variety of products to be able to sell. And if you want to know why, it's because, see, not every product is going to sell good for you on eBay. You know, not every product will. Some products will only sell. See, look, we can even sell one of them for $12.99, which if I do list this, I can create an illusion that the other post will be more beneficial, which then we can get more sales with. So let's try that. I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, regardless, guys, all I'm saying is to make sure that you are paying attention to your listings, giving yourself options as far as products, because every product does not sell for everybody. That's really important. Like, I could sell a whole bunch of MagSafe chargers, but your account may not ever be able to sell them. And then you might be looking at me like I'm crazy when I tell you that they're selling really well. But the main point is that you will be able to find a product that's going to sell for you if you use the law of averages, which is the more shots you put up, the more you're going to end up hitting something, you know? But if you're not actually putting shots up, you ain't hitting nothing. That's why I tell people, like, that's why I created a resellers kit. I created this because I remember being a reseller and not being able to get products and not knowing where to get products and not knowing how to actually orchestrate wholesale deals. So I was trying to get products with AliExpress and Alibaba, and then products would come and be damaged, and it became very frustrating because that was something that I depended on, or it would just come real late. Customer is already disinterested, and now now it's just you know what I mean? Now it's just like, whatever. I just spent my bread. I'm losing out on my investment. That's why I want you guys to utilize something like that product box to find products that are going to sell for you. Very important. Very, very important. And remember, we're going to try to stick to bundles. Okay? Look at this. This is a 5-pack bundle. We can get this. These are generic cables. Beautiful thing about this is they are very cheap. You can get these from us for like $1. So that's a good buy. That's a really good buy. And we can easily just put this up. That 5-pack. See, the cables in a box always creates that illusion that they're getting more and better. But the cables in a box are literally the same thing as the cables without the box. All it is packaging. Literally. Okay. Now for this one, we got to change this price, obviously. We're going to list 5. Remember, I always list 5 because when the products sell out, I want to know when it sells out, because I want to, the first product that sells out of these 5, I already know this is the product that's going to be my hitter. You feel me? This product is going to make me a couple hundred. Now I just got to make sure that I get another product that's going to make me a couple hundred. You feel me? That's the way you got to think of it. So we'll do $14.95. All right. We'll list that right there. I think I did everything right. Yep. All right, cool. So now we're in the phase again, guys, where we got 7 sales. We really want to get more. New eBay account. We want to get more. We want to push the envelope. That's why we're not taking our foot off the gas, or, becoming complacent and comfortable. But we're also not listing MacBooks and iPhones, because if I list that, it's going to hurt my account right now, because I don't have any, how can I put this? I don't have any customer brand recognition Type-C adapter. Okay. All right. So Type-C adapters sell really well. These are always a really consistent sell for me, but we have to see if they're selling. Okay. All right. Interesting. Also, it could be that you're using bad keywords. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because while I do see, I see these type of listings, I don't like the way they look. They don't look. They look like they're from China. Like that's really where I don't list really any products that got the U.S. stock, fast shipping, and all of that, because 9 times out of 10 it's somebody in China that is trying to get the sale with I guess overriding. Let's see, guarantee it's from China, but they're trying to get the sale because they're jumping a gun. They're jumping it because they're trying to get ahead of the curve and let you know that it's China, and let you know that just because it's from China doesn't mean it won't ship. But I'm gonna be honest, I just honestly don't like that. I just don't like it. But this is a good post. He has 100% positive feedback. 1,400. Okay. Why do I like this post? Now, mind you guys, the reason I'm talking through all of this is just so you guys can basically have a, insight into my mind. But I like this post because of this. I love posts that make it seem real. What I mean by that is I want them to look at it and be like, oh, he has that right in his possession right now. That gets you sales easy when they feel like, oh, this person literally has the product ready to be shipped right now. And while you do probably have a product ready to be shipped if you have the reseller's kit, the point of the matter is we don't have time to take those pictures, bro. Like I'm not taking no picture. It's no point. I'd rather just copy pictures from other people. I'm not into taking product pictures. I've tried it with a light box before, and it worked. Everything works very good, but it's time consuming. If I'm being real with you, it's very time consuming. $18.99 is a crazy price. Let's do 17. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, free shipping. That's that. So again, we doing these bundles in hopes that we can sell more for more profit. All right. All right, it's 9:50. I have an obligation to be in bed by 10, so I can make sure I get up early. My new goal is after today, I'll have a vlog out every day. On Educated Hustler, I want to have a vlog out every day. And the reason I want to do that is I want to have a vlog, even if I'm not doing nothing crazy, I want to show you guys, just different insights that I have throughout the day. Also, gadget. Also, guys, this is going to be my channel where I review products. Definitely subscribe. Okay. Haven't really been active on this channel. I was actually doing pretty well with this video, but then I stopped. But I'll be active on this channel as well. So definitely type in Gadget Hustle and tap in with your boy, because that's one thing I want to do is be able to show you guys the products that I get from distributors, even products that I don't sell online. Because I have a bunch of products that I don't sell online. Are you drop shipping, or how are you sourcing your products? Also a listing. Why does it seem like it's cut off for me? I can't see. Hold on. Also, a list. Also, a you listening to just see? Or I think you're saying also, are you listening to just see what was selling? Then how are you fulfilling afterwards? Sorry, came late. No problem, Chris. What's up? So number one, I'll say this: no, I'm not drop shipping. All of my products are physical, in a warehouse. If you haven't been watching me, yeah, like, so this is how I get my products, right? Well, it's not how I get my products, but this is I have all products available, right? So, prime example, you can go on wesply.com, right? And any product on there, you can get wholesale, and we ship these within 2 days. There's no drop shipping. Everything is in physical form. We have everything in stock. Yeah. So, like, this is just some pictures before closing and stuff. But like, oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. But like, yeah, like we have these things, physically, available, because drop shipping isn't going to work. Anybody that tells you they drop ship is a liar. Drop shipping is not a method that works anymore. Hasn't worked for a long time due to a lot of applications that are trying to perceive like they know what's selling. They try to act as if they are going to put you in between the distributor and the customer. But when they do put you in between the distributor and the customer, you don't get to actually see the physical product, which means you don't actually see what your brand is providing and what you are actually being said to have delivered, which it tends to be a lot of cheap, bad quality products eventually, which then get you chargebacks, and the chargebacks don't come back to the applications or to the drop shipping service that you're using or Shopify. No, it comes directly out of your account. If you are anybody that has sold on Shopify, you know that once you get a claim and you lose that case, they take that directly out of your account. Right. And that is something that happened to me when I was 19 years old, started drop shipping, following one of these gurus on YouTube, joined this community, thought that I was doing something, and he finessed me. That's why I don't ever preach drop shipping. I'd rather you guys just get it from the muscle, get that stuff physically and sell it. OK, it's very important to physically have your products. Because when you physically have products, you are gaining assets, which then in return will help you always have something valuable. And then you can always maintain some type of profit from that. All right. What else was I trying to get to you guys before I get off? What else? What I was trying to say? Yeah, I think that's about it, y'all. I honestly want you guys to just stay tapped in this week. I got a bunch of content, and I will be live tomorrow as well, God willing. So yeah, that's it. And Chris, if you have any other questions, man, definitely don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm on any of my social media platforms. And another thing, guys, if you don't know, listen, text me, join the community or something community. Text me right now, or you could text me whenever you see this video. I'm gonna give you my number right now: 445-500-9600. Now text me community, and I'll get you into our free version of the community for you to start working with me. We have a $99 a month community, but that is for one-on-one mentorships. This community I'm gonna get you in isn't gonna be including any mentorship, but you do get a call with me. I was just on a call with somebody today for an hour and a half. Like I put my all into my calls, because there's when you put your time aside to actually show me that you're trying to build and grow, bro. Like, I got you. I'm not going to leave the call with you not knowing something that you need to know, or holding or withholding information from you. It's very important to me. All right. Other than that, guys, I think that's it for now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. and I look forward to working with you guys. Definitely check out the wholesale website, wesply.com. Also, if you guys need any insight on the communities, definitely go to Hustler Taught Me. So HustlerTaughtMe.com is where I teach you how to do a lot of things. Like I teach you how to resell, I teach you how to phone flip, and then wesply.com is where all resellers can go without needing any EINs, resellers permits, or any type of licensing, and just buy products wholesale within the United States of America. No drop shipping, okay? I do actually have something I need to talk about real quick. So, because I don't want people to keep doing this, and if somebody is watching this, great. If not, I'll probably clip this and put it out. I don't do anything for no reason. What I'm starting to see is some people DM me and they'll ask me, hey, literally, could you give me some free game? I give them game for free. Then it's, could you give me a free buyer? Could you give me a free this? Could you give me, stop asking me, if you say anything about free, I'm blocking you. Not because I want your money, but because when you don't know me, you don't tell me anything about your passion, you don't tell me anything about your hustle, but you just automatically start out with, hey, hook me up with some free, you're disrespecting me, and I don't tolerate disrespect. That's disrespectful. Let me tell you why that's disrespectful. Because if you trying to work with me and you had in the first conversation we have, you're talking about anything free, then that already showed me you don't believe in yourself. Because anybody that thinks that they can get something in life for free is batshit crazy. There's nothing that you're gonna get from me by asking me, can I get a free buyer? Can I get a free price list? Can I get a free this? No, you can't. Block. And I would actually put his DMs on the screen, but I don't feel like doing all of that right now. I might do it tomorrow. But yeah, the whole notion of, hey man, can I get something for free? No. Okay? It is no disrespect to you. I do free calls every day. I give out links for free calls every day. If somebody needs something for free, ask me for information. Talking to somebody that does not believe in themselves. And if you don't believe in yourself, get the hell away from me. Because I overly believe in my damn self. You feel me? All right, y'all. I am taking it down. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate and love all of you guys. And I hope you guys continue to make money work for you. And keep your head up, man. It's Monday. About to be Tuesday. So we got another day. Another opportunity, God willing. And I hope you guys take it. And, make the best out of it. All right? I'll see you guys at the top. Peace.